Hopefully the music's not too loud. I haven't changed anything, but I swear it seems louder. Might just got us. I think that's 50-50. Or is that gonna be too quiet? Bum 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 bum. Let's do this, boys. Actually, I'm gonna check it on my phone. Check the audio. Oh, why can't I find it? Oh, hey, here we go. Well, it's very faint. It's very faint. That's what we're after. XL Daily, what's good? Strom. Whoa, why is the camera so blurry? What's good, boys? What's good? Check it out. Check it out. You already know. Let's surrender. Let's do this. So, gents. Ah, I can't hear the music at all. Did I turn it down too quiet? Is that a bit better? Taylor, what's good? Sorry, I'm just trying to work out the music because I noticed in the last couple videos when doing like timestamps and that, it was like the music was too loud. But gents, I'm gonna do this 4, and you're gonna go to 5. We're gonna hit it up with the 5 with a happy birthday clouded in chat. It's not quite my birthday yet, but by the next time I see you guys, I'm gonna be a year older, boys. A year older on the digits. Boom, let's do this. Dun, 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 dun. Let's go, let's go. Oh, I know what I haven't done, because I haven't pulled the chat up on the screen for me to see. Ah, wake up. Oh no, now the doc's not working, no chat. What is going on? Load says me. Boom, live chat. Let it do its thing. Whido, what's good? What's good? Nova Sky, my man. My man. Taylor says it's a rough morning. Bro, the weather here has been absolutely shocking, bro. Absolutely shocking. And I'm one of those dads that rocks like, here we go, you can laugh at me, boys. Rocks Crocs. XL Daily's cracking up. Because whenever I go into his department and I'm wearing these, and it's Mando, like PPE, like mandatory. You gotta have like the jackets, and because of the forklifts and all that sort of shit. I just tell everybody that now they release steel cap Crocs. But I've been pulled up from it, from our health and safety manager, so many times. I think they've just given up. They even got to a point where like an auditor was coming through and was like, God damn, bro, you can't be rolling through here in Crocs. Yes, I can. Who fucking said? Who said, boys? Who said, Eagle? What's good? What's good? Nice, same CF as me. Yeah, let's have a little demo, eh? Let's have a little demo. But I can't believe I'm turning 37. That is so old, bro. That's so old. Alright. Turn on. Oh, wait, not yet. Turn on. Do we go toggle? Does toggle do anything? Spin. I need them to go into their tank form. Oh yeah? Yeah, bit of a noticeable Twirly twirl. Just need the tanks to go into their ultimate form, so then they hang around the screen longer. We can see. Yeah, a little bit twirlier. There we go, boys. Look at that. Wow. What we'll do, we'll turn the graphics up. Now, if I was a fancy as dude, what I will do is I will swap to the emulator so the graphics are better. But we all know at the end of the day, boys, yous are only here for the stories and the yarns, and we are not here for the graphical entertainment from Uncle Fudnick. So let's just boot it out of here. Surrender. And like, is it gonna make much difference in Tawny? Probably not. But what it will do is over time, it will make a difference. Over time, it'll make a difference, boys. Happy early birthday, sir. Thanks, Strom. Thanks, Strom. Happy birthday soon enough, Peter. What's good, fam? Nova. I'm sure I said hello, eh? If I didn't, you already know, big guy. Gonna have to do a progress vid soon. If you guys haven't seen it already, definitely go check out Nova's video where he gets to splurge all of those stones. He's gone through all of the stones. Definitely go and check it out, man. But I'm not gonna lie, Nova, when I watched it, I was like this, bro, her of a fucking day at work. I came home like absolutely rinsed, and I was like this, I'm on like the bed doing that one. You guys know, you guys are all old cunts too. You can't just laugh at me for being old. And like that one. And you wake yourself up. Bro, I did it so many times. Like, and then I got the notification that your video came out and instantly woke me up. Bro, I was on the edge of my seat the whole time. What I am going to do, boys, is I am going to kick out something. Ooh, I don't want it to be defense. We'll see, but maybe it's death ray. I'm gonna put defense absolute. What does it do? Double? Let's go like that, and then we're gonna go like this. A little bit of this and a little bit of that. How much is this to max? Boom. What number's that? How many digits is that? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Why does it do the number like that and not like that? Uncle Fuds. Right, I'm gonna go over here and we're gonna pump this. We're gonna pump this bitch up. Go like that. Boom. Let's actually just jump in a run and see how much it is, because guys, I'm too old to count now. So 694. Now in tier 17, wave 1 damage is 200 bill. I'm pretty sure that counts the same in Tawny. So, oh, that's only million. Oh, how the hell am I going to get billions, boys? Oh, no. Oh, we don't even have enough. Ah, fuck, who cares? Surrendux. Now, if I remember, I have a super wild story for you guys. And it kind of just come to me when, after stream that we did, and when I had PJ with us. Bro, we yarned for hours, bro. Like, till 2 in the morning. It was absolutely stellar. It was awesome. Just yarning about all sorts of shit. And I actually remember the Crack Up As story. And I don't even know if I can say it on YouTube. Or if I do, I have to change some of the wording around in that. So Granddaddy Google doesn't get mad with us. Death ray resistance. Oh, armored enemies. So this is probably like one of my biggest weaknesses. Definitely Protector's Ultimate is a weakness, but Armored Enemies definitely is. And always Death to Fight Down. So I'm super interested in how picking up a little bit of attack speed is going to help us, boys. But yeah, if I do remember, I will I'll share the story. I'm even cracking up in my head thinking about it because it's that fucking stupid, bro. But it's all in the context of like a 16, 17-year-old. Now I'm gonna go with Space Displacer because I don't know what else. So let's just roll like that. I'll just get these modules right and then I'll catch up with you guys because I do have a notorious problem of not focusing. And Uncle Peter says we gotta stay focused. Look at that, boys. We got an ancestral. We got ancestral RB. Let's just try our luck for Lucky Luckison's sake. Come on. What do we got? Dimcore. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, boys. Alright, let's do that. Get off me. Well, I'm almost with you, boys. I'm almost with you. Now, I have locked the range. Where's the range? I have locked the range because with the battle condition, I'm actually going to maybe not do 98 meters. We'll see. But I'm going to experiment with a little bit lower. But what I am going to do is I'll knock up this. So with the range card, I can max out at 98 meters, but we're going to do that. And then we'll see what's the haps. We'll see what's the haps. Noel Thompson finally got to tier 19 and died at wave 37. You've probably already, by the time you've done that comment, you've probably already like done it. But I did the same thing. I kept dying and dying and dying. Bro, second win, intro sprint, demon mode, all that other rest, bro, you got it, bro. Like, as soon as you I intro sprint, die at wave 10, get a couple waves past the intro sprint, and just keep spamming that, and bro, you got it. You got it. You absolutely got it. B Taylor says he's got 6 years on me. Bro, honestly, my body is way older than my age. I'm young in heart. Nova Sky just turned 39 last month. So I told you yous are all... I fucking knew yous are all old cunts. Yeah. I knew yous are all just as bloody old as me. All you bloody old cunts. Now I actually, don't feel bad about calling everybody old cunt. Because I know yous are all fucking old cunts. Disco Fever. Stream's looking fresh with the upgrades in the cam. But I'm not going to lie, this cam's not bottom range, definitely not top range. It's somewhere in the middle, but I kind of feel like it needs a notch up. Like it blurs out, hard out, and everything. I mean, it doesn't help when you're Puffalophagus, when you're doing all of that. And I think if I actually turn all the filter off in the background, it does a way better job. But it's because I've got the stupid filter on. But yeah. You know, it's like, because I don't have a backdrop or the other rest. You guys already know. You already know. B Taylor got bot presets. This will be my first tourney to try it. Can't decide with Amp Bot plus Flame Bot or Flame Bot Amp Bot. But, dude, no matter what you choose, I'm sure you're going to be super happy with it. I'm sure you're going to be super happy with it. Peter says he turned into a pumpkin because we didn't get him home by midnight. We didn't get him home by midnight, boys. And turned into a pumpkin. CF Plus unlocked. Big guy. Bro. Everybody. W in the chat for XL. Boys. CF Plus unlocked. Let's go. Let's go. Stay the focus path. I'm actually taking a break since 3 AM where I'm at. Shit. Are you at work, bro? 3 a.m. break. Is that mid-morning break? What break is that to you? Alright, I need to get into this, boys. I need to get into this. In case we missed the marshmallow bracket. Look, fuck it. Who cares? Let's just see what we get. Let's just see what we get. Let's do this. We'll check out, like, we'll look at properly at the deets once we're in it. Whoa, that shockwave is huge. Now, I normally turn the black hole off. But when it's Protector's ultimate, fuck me. Oh, I forgot to turn summon off. Peter. How you gonna do me like that, Peter? I think that the summon doesn't spawn Protectors though, so that's something, I suppose. But it's definitely not helpful. So let's clock this sucker up. I'm probably gonna try 70. What did I like? What did I like when I was a little girl? 72? Oh, that range line is pretty damn close. I don't know how I feel about that. Alright, let's check the battle conditions. Not the battle history. Armored enemies. One of my big weaknesses. Enemy speed. Ooh, okay. Protector's ultimate is obviously Kinners. Kinners, boys. Kinners. Botbot and Antbot. Let's go. Peter throws up the W's for... Peter throwing the W's for XL Daily. CF Plus unlocked. Let us know how... I'm going to see it at work anyway. And I'm pretty sure, like, with the low kill tomorrow, we all should... Oh, am I even allowed to say that? With the low unaliving of sheep tomorrow. Bro, YouTube hates me. With the low unaliving of sheep tomorrow, I'm pretty sure we can all slither off early. That's the vibe, boys. We're just going to slither on into the weekend. 3-day weekend. 3-day weekend. I did see correct. And did Ryan get your... No. So, I just bought the one from the shop. And I used his creator code. Because it's the only way that I can try to get Ryan to turn off the light before he comes to bed. And every now and then Ryan comes and lurks in chat. What is that shockwave size? 2.55? I don't even know now with the changes to fleet what sort of size we're supposed to run anyway. Who knows these days, boys? Who knows these days? Let's just collect all this shit while it's running. Who knows these days? These XL days? Oh yeah, there's a little bit of a swirlerson. So I did send XL Daily the chart for Spotlight. And so from CF4, which is 25% slower. Fuck knows what is slower than. I probably should actually read the header at the top. But to CF5, so we go from 25% slower to 33%. And the target is CF7 to get it to the 50% slow. That is the target, my boys, my guys. Alright, so our war is at 169 T. The changes to Death Wave is real good, man. And Bro, here's something. If you guys use LD Cloud, bro, and this absolutely tripped me out. So I went LD Cloud. I went to the Play Store. I went to search the tower. It wasn't letting me search the tower. And then when I finally found the tower, it said it's not compatible with my device on LD Cloud. But I'm playing the tower on it. So now, like, when the update comes, I'm going to have to try to figure out if the update's even going to work, because I'm pretty sure we're getting an update this week, boys. There was a pretty good spiel about the stuff that they... Cousin Sam is, you know, filling us in. We want to do this. We want to do a little bit of that. Bro, the funniest part that absolutely rolled me is when it was like, version 28.3 is out. We're glad you guys are having so much fun. And the boys, and the venom that was coming out from some people was absolutely diabolical. So crazy. I was like, oh no, the kids are playing up. The kids are playing up. What are we gonna set it to? Protector? I don't even know if fast is the one. I'm thinking it's range, boys. Enemy speed. Enemy speed is just moving faster, eh? It's not the attack faster. So maybe it's fast? Ah, fuck. We'll just go closest. We'll just go closest for now. My range is at 72 at the moment. I'm kind of thinking, like, at some stage I want a bigger black hole. Because once I get to a certain point, let's turn black hole on. Because we all know that XL Daily likes a good black hole. Now, the coverage of the black hole is there. So, if I push it, I need it to cover the tower. I might go to the wall. What's this? 82? There's still a bit of wiggle room there. I'm just thinking about catching the protectors. $92. Oh, we're getting close. We're at 92. But now we run the risk where my inner landmine ring is now behind the range line, which is kind of what I don't want. If I have black hole on and then it pulls the range enemies in too close, but I don't have the inner landmines there to do their thing. Alright, we're coming into the Fleet Turf, boys. We're coming into the Fleet Turf. Shadow, what's good? What's good? Shadow's in the house. The stinkier the better. Eagle, last night when I restarted the device, it came out with a password screen like a lock phone. I had to get support to fix it. Oh no, what am I in for, boys? Is my cloud phone going kaput? I hope it's not. I've only ever experienced one, like, stupid thing when it comes to the cloud phone. And it was, they did something like, they say upgrade the servers. But we all know, you know how you see those videos? And you got, like, those Africans in the junkyard. and they're burning all the tires, and then they have like some skitty undies wrapped around their face so that they don't suffocate, and they're like putting all their hands in all the lithium juice and all that shit, and then like they get all the cell phones and they scrap them all, and then they're pulling out all the little bits of gold and shit to melt down. They say on LD Cloud, oh, we're doing our servers, but we know for a fact they're just buying those chipboards of all those like malfunctioned phones and then just like plugging them all into shit. Like we've all seen those videos on like Facebook, TikTok or Instagram or whatever, and it's got those walls of cell phones and it's all on Pokemon Go or something like that. We all know that's what LD Cloud is. It's just like a big farm of all these like budget ass phones that have just been scrapped. Alright. Oh bro, my orb's not even hitting it. Alright, first one's a commando. Oh, I can't even push it out. Just kill the boss. Alright. I'm gonna go, it's there, 71. Just gonna go there, boys. And we should be able to get some Borbs. Alright, a little bit better. A little bit better. Peach Monarch. What's good? Alright, so this one's a Sab. Okay, Sab's at 940. I bet it's one of those ones like last tourney where as soon as my wall drops, that's when the overcharge spawns, or a Sab or something. Something stupid. I did put death penalty on in the hope that we DP the Protector. No overcharge yet, or if it has, we've just nuked it. Oh, see that black hole? Just there's the first overcharge. Look at that. Didn't even tickle us, boys. Didn't even phase us. Didn't even phase the birthday boy. I've got nothing but issues with LD Cloud. First was a device for nearly a month because Google disappeared from the device and I could not play and support, and they're only fixing it. Oh shit. Oh no, you're making me... Bro, I had such a good streak with my device too. Like, I just randomly said, like, I went into the tower store, couldn't even search the tower, and then I like go to do it, and then it's like, this game is no longer supported, or something stupid, bro. And I was like, what the hell? Alright, Commandux is down. So at wave 1100, I'm pretty sure we get a fleet, or like a double fleet, or something like that. There's something goes on. Something goes on, boys. So I think that's the fleet, and then there's another one that comes. There. Double Sab. Ah, interesting. Interesting, boys. Double Sab. Not even phasing us. Okay, this boss might take our wall. Protector. Whoa, we lost wall and double shield. That Protector pulled it in, eh? Overcharge. Took our shield. Alright. Alright. Replace the device. If Google has an issue, it's not like it's supported. Just make sure you cloud save first. 100%. Bro, it cracked me up when I was on the Temu Tower and Temu Tower has like cloud save. I was like, oh, he knows. Uncle Temu Tower knows. Bro, that commander is hanging in there a long time, boys. Boss, boom, stole my wings at 1200. No death defiers. But just up in time for the Sab. It's the problem with protectors, eh? It's just the RNG around it is absolutely rubbish, boys. Rubbish. I got chipped. And it cracked demon. Hard to tell if it was a fast or a range. I'm kind of feeling like it's a range. $5Q damage. Wow. Alright, here's overcharge. Oh, he's hanging in there. Holy moly. He's tanky. I've used LD Cloud for coming up a year and had no issues. Yeah, I honestly have got no idea what is the problem. It was so random. Oh, look at him. He just went all the way. If that demon mode wasn't up, that protector was going full send. Look, he just passes right through my range line. I might have to push my range right out, boys. I might have to push the range right out and just... I don't know. I got no idea. I don't really have any tools to solve protectors. We could try a perma black hole. I mean, black hole is supposed to be the counter. What we're definitely doing is turning summon off though, boys. Ah. Whose bright idea was it to leave that on? Moved from tier 11 EHP to tier 13 glass cannon yesterday. It's been a learning curve. Glass cannon's definitely a learning curve. Like, there's a lot of I don't know, like, I wouldn't say it feels clunky. But it takes a few things to feel like it's going, if that kind of makes sense. Like, at the end of the day, you can kind of just make anything get going, but to a version that you're happy of, yeah, it could feel a little bit clunky, and sometimes it's stuff that you miss. Like, it could come to perks. Like, I remember I was running the boss speed trade-off for the health, and I kept dying to bosses. And then it took me a while, and then I was like, okay, actually I'm going to try it without this perk, and it did better for me without the perk. And then in time, it was better for me to have the perk, if that makes sense. So there's just like, it's a real weird adjustment phase, and then I don't really think that the adjustment phase really ends, or it does end, and then you're just looking for more optimization, if that kind of makes sense. But yeah, the initial stages is a bit of a learning curve, because it's like, oh no, I don't have enough card slots, and then it's like, I'll ask somebody, and then they'll say, oh, you just need to lab this, and then it's like, how many levels is in it? 20. I haven't even started the lab, so now I still need to lab that. How long is that going to take? Like, there's a few little things like that. But I think, like, in total, my transition took like 3 weeks. I want to say about 3 weeks. Like, I first showed Excel Daily at work, and then I was like, check out this new build that I created. And I was like, watch how this works. And then it was like, that was when I was just getting it online. And then I just, every now and then I'll test it. And then when I'll try to like figure out where its shortfalls were, and I just slowly plug those gaps. But it took like about 3 weeks or something like that. And then after that, we're away. We're away, boys. Like, a week later, started getting keys. Started getting assist modules and all sorts of shit. Like, kind of just took off from there. Look at that. He just pulled it right in to chip me. You son of a bitch. Shade Lightning off was a really good econ, but on it tanked the econ, so I'm trying again with all the bounce set off, and then not even got to what's killing me yet. Exactly. It's a very interesting going from a method of surviving as long as you can, or killing as long as you can, to changing it to make it actually be profitable, to killing at specific times. And I think that's like the real big thing that heaps of people that run like high damage builds try to stress, that it's not just a slugfest. It's not like a bar fight. You know, boys, the bar fight, your boys get into it. Oh, look at that, double procs. It's not like a bar fight where the boys get into it and then you just like, everybody's running in and it's a slugfest. And then it's one of those ones where you're trying to time it. So if we're using the same analogy of running into the pub, the boys are getting into it, and we're not treating it like a slugfest, we're talking about you're on the outskirts, just on the outskirts, and then you're just waiting for that one vulnerable cunt, and you just give him So we're getting away from like our first impression of what it might mean to be like glass cannon or high damage, is running in like this, and just hands, you know, the helicopter arms, like when Bart and Lisa Simpson are running in with the helicopter arms. And we're trying to change that to, we're actually trying to time it for the right kill window for that one vulnerable cunt, and you're tucked away in the corner, and then you see him grab onto your mate, and you just run in and boys, do you feel me? Do you feel me, boys? I know there's one or two of yous in chat that have done that one, done the little sneaky sneakerson. Boys getting into it, all kind of peel off to the side, see your window when that one guy's got the bro and he's fucking huzzing him in the uppercuts, and the bro's helpless. See that one cut, oh fuck, there he is coming. Yeah, fucking take that, you cunt. Take that, you dog. I can't believe we're still alive. What the fuck is going on? Can't believe we're still alive. Yo, bro, how's it looking? Okay, I suppose. Not bad. I mean, 1300 is like around where I am. That's what we're trying to improve. I kind of can't believe where Protector's Ultimate, I put so much of it down to RNG. You know, that I'm going to wave skip at the right time, that I'm going to catch it in the black hole at the right time, that is, I don't know, man. It's such a gross battle condition. I haven't really taken any active steps, but I took on board what PJ said in our last tournament, where he was talking about solving specific problems at a time. So there's a number of holes in my build, and it for a lot of things, it doesn't make sense to invest a significant amount of stones in for one problem. But there's a few things we can do to solve a problem here and there that should actually be pretty cost effective. So I picked up the attack speed mastery. Look at that, bro. The war's still up, boys. Bro, it is just tanking him. It's just tanking the overcharge. We're EHP, boys. Look at us. Bro, we are just humming, boys. Whoa, he just threw that protector at us. Bro, I can't believe we're still tanking it, boys. We're out regening him. 62 billion regen, and we're out. I can't believe he's not dying. Uncle Fuds, what the fuck is going on? Get him off me. Get the fuck off me. Bro, boys, we have never in our life survived 354,000 uppercuts from an overcharge. can't believe it. I can't believe it, boys. I can't even remember what I was talking about. I was getting lost in the sauce. Oh, I was talking about what PJ was saying. But yes, I picked up a tech speed because like one of the most gross battle conditions for me is armored, like what we're facing at the moment. So more attack speed, obviously we could strip more armor. Well, that's kind of my idea. More attack speed means more damage, so that crosses over into farms as well. And then just in a general note, more attack speed should be better for us. So boys, like always, if you see somebody you know, give them a shout out. Mystic, do we know Mystic? Hey, Envy's in here. Actually, AFK's in the house. Look, he's pretty quiet. I didn't even see him say hello. AFK is lurking in the house. Oh, shit. Going too fast. Taylor. The Taylux. We know anybody else? Siberia? Where's that shithole? Alright. Boys. Hold your breath. We just got one camper? Maybe not so much. Maybe all the warlords are running. Alright, I'm going to try G-Comp. I'm going to try G-Comp. I am also going to try a larger range. 22. I mean, fuck, at the end of the day, it could just be anything and we can just use manual clicks, eh? So we could just go like that. We don't have to be fussy, boys. We can just go like that. Oh, look at that. Standy 78. Who knows? I'll take off AD. I thought I had death penalty on. I'll take off AD and I'll put death penalty in. And yeah, we'll see. We'll see what, if any, difference running that is. So G-Comp. So we're going to have less attack speed, which means less armor stripping, unfortunately. But if we could try to catch some of the protectors more, maybe it's a thing. Maybe it's a thing that can help us. I don't even know if Space Displacer is going to be any help, because we seem to be holding everything back. The only thing I can think it can help with is bosses. And there was a couple stages there where the bosses were like annoying or a bit of a problem, but I don't know how much of a problem. Ah, fuck it, who cares? Shut up. Shut up and run, boy. Shut up and run it. Run them pockets. Matty says his tourney went well. Increased my PB to almost 2,000 waves. God damn. That's awesome, bro. That's outstanding. Eagle says Chain Lightning is a douchebag. I can't seem to stop him killing outside of 30 meters. Yeah, bro. Definitely. At least starting with how many bounce shots you can do, and starting there, and then work. Oh fuck, I'm not doing this again. Who cares? Fuck's sakes. Focus, Peter. Alright, let's go again. Let's just we'll take the gem hit on the chin. Who cares? Who cares, boys? Yeah, at least starting with the bounce shot range. If you want to be super spicy, picking up another lock and going for bounce shot targets. But to be fair, I didn't use that strat until way later, because I tried it multiple times and it never worked out. And at some stage in the game, it all of a sudden worked out. Now, I can't tell you what that stage is. It just kind of happened. It was something that I just kept going back to every now and then it worked out. And I got more econ. But prior to that point, it never worked for me. I tried everything. And I feel like whenever I give something a good nudge, like I tend to give it like a really good nudge, because I'm really trying to like rule it out in my head if it's going to work or not. Like, I don't like giving something a turn once or twice. Like, I might give something a turn for weeks. I really don't think Space Displace is the one, boys? Like, it's doing nothing. So that's 98 meters. Yeah, it's honestly doing nothing for me, boys. Like, I don't know what else to put apart from OA. But does OA work when it's a... Does OA work when it's an armored battle condition? Like, maybe running the G comp is just gonna keep our black hole up a bit more. Let's get some more shockwave, boys. Let's get some more shockwave, boys. I'm gonna be cheeky, I'm gonna push it out a bit more. Let's fucking tag everything. Tag that shit, boys. Tag that shit. Sent star to 2 joules. Whoa, what is a star? What's that? Is that an emoji? Sent the star to 2 joules. Sent a star for 2 joules. What is a joule? What is a joule, Nova? What is this language? Is it so I get my joules out? Attack speed mastery. I've been playing to get that for 6 months, just never pulled the trigger. Yeah, I just kind of looked at it like it was cheap, and I kind of looked at it like it would be a good stepping stone to move me over to Pulsar Harvester. And there's a good one for you, boys. Some of you bigger guys might know. If there's an armored battle condition and I'm using Pulsar Harvester, do I have to strip off all the armor before it can do the level reduction? Or does it start doing the level reduction as it's stripping the armor? Let me know, boys. Let me know. MV, you mentioned me. I did. I summoned you. In the wide words of the boys, a wild envy has just appeared in chat. Yeah, I've got bounce shot at 0. Bounce shot chance at 0. Oh, shit. Oh, you nerfed it right off. And it still bounces. Oh, do you mean... Wait. What? Does it really? Even at a chance of 0? I think at a certain portion of your run, the chain lightning... Because, like, based on the quant, the chain lightning has to, like, once the chain lightning, like, sparks and it procs, it has to find the target. So if you've got 5 chains, it has to find those 5 chains. But what I did was, I used Space Displacer instead of ACP. And Landmine Stun with, like, a mythic or a legendary roll or something. And I used it to keep firing off stuns to stop things from coming in so that my chain lightning wouldn't activate. And then once my death hole tagged everything, and the black hole pulled everything in, I don't mind the chain lightning killing everything to infinity and beyond. And that was my way that I used to prevent a good profitable window from suffering from overkilling. And then I didn't have to devolve my damage. Now, a very fast way, you probably already know, but a very fast way is the poor man's damage slider by devoing off your damage. But man, I think one of the best benefits of running a setup is to try to get your setup to sync in with your tournament, so that it's kind of like for like, and then you're not so... I mean, it's highly advised, and even I would advise people to respec each tourney. I just don't do it because I can't be asked. I honestly can't be asked. I just can't be asked. I would sacrifice whatever that means in the end, however long, just for my mental sanity, because I've done it too many times. And to be honest, like, I do respect, not a lot, but I do respect often enough that I can't even remember where my workshop numbers are, so I have to take screenshots and all sorts of shit. And I just don't want to do that each tourney. Can't be bothered. But I would always advise others to do that, to respec for tourneys and stuff like that. It's just something that I don't do. Do as I say. It's like when you're as a parent. Do as I say, but not as I do. But if you're super desperate, like if your chain lightning is just so yoked and you can't quite, I don't know, put the pieces to the puzzle, then you may be in a spot where you're low-key forced to start pulling out some damage. Another tactic that I use, bro, I'm just wondering what my dog's doing. Get. Fucking hell. Another tactic that I used is I used all my auto picks. I used the auto picks. I didn't put any damage ones in there or any glass cannon shit in there. And I put all EHP stuff. So like 15, 16, 17 picks. And I put all EHP stuff like defense or cash. Not that cash is an EHP thing, but it's just something that when those auto picks are rolling over, it's delaying how much time before auto picks the damage ones. And if not, ideally, it just doesn't pick any at all until the tail end of the run when you actually need it. So that's another one that I highly recommend experimenting with, so that you're not getting the enemy health trade-off or all these other ones. Double chain lightning damage, bro, definitely don't want that one. You want that to be one of the last perks that are picked. So that's kind of when you get to the stage where you're like super optimizing it. The first wave of it is, I suppose, feeling out the transition from being a mere mortal to becoming a god. You have to feel out that transition of becoming a god amongst men. But yeah, there's heaps of little things like that. I do recommend people that if they transition, like, still default back to your farm build. Like, you might do like your work day in your farm build so that you can just chill or something like that, and you might work on your transition over to your different build, like on the weekends, where you can be more babysitting to it, you know, so why is it going so slow? So that you can feel out the process in that. And then just like when I transitioned over and it took a couple weeks, I'll do like a day of it here and there. I'll do a couple runs here. Like, most of it came down to me making tweaks. So like I said about setting up your auto picks to pick like things like health, regen, defense, all these things that have got multiple perks, and there's a high probability of it showing up in the role of perk picking. And and it'll delay the damage ones like that. It might be like, I look at it and I'm like, oh, I've only got 10 auto picks. I need another 5. Okay, well, I'll lab those other 5, and then when I finish labbing those, then I'll go back to experimenting with the build. So, like, that's why it, like, took me a couple weeks, because I just identify, like, little holes or little ways that I can change things. Or I might be like, okay, the landmine stun works really well, and keeping everything outside of the tower range so that I'm not shooting off chain lightning. But I don't have the landmine radius roll, and I don't have enough reroll shards. Okay, I'll farm for a week, I'll get the reroll shards, I'll roll it onto my mod, and then I'll experiment. And test and test and test and test. That's kind of like my best advice. Super hard giving recommendations for stuff when we don't have like the tower in front of us or a run demo or anything. But that's just a few things that help me when I transition from a mere mortal to a glass cannon Andy. Solvi, what's good? Family soup. Got my highest wave at 690, but there's a lot of sleepers in my bracket. 690 is really good, bro. 690 is really good. I think, like, even if, like, anybody gets, like, a couple hundred waves in Legends, they should be absolutely stoked with that. Like, that is, like... I mean, I don't obviously have the analytics in front of me, but if you're getting, like, a couple hundred waves in Legends, you're, like, sitting at the top of the pile of, like, the bunch of people that play the tower. Like, it's pushing you right up in the top. Now, it might not feel like the top when you're looking at, like, a lot of the other players that are out there and all that, but I think it's important that, like, every player of all shapes and sizes should recognize, like, their achievements for what they are. And I know it's hard to do that, or to look back and stuff. Like, it's a little bit easier for me with all the videos. Like, boys, we're on our way to, like, 100 videos, like, every week. Or 100, update videos. Like, it's easy for me to just go to my videos, flick it back, push it, and then remember, like, where I was. But, like, if you don't have that sort of track, like, it can, like, or you're not using, like, Project Rend or something like that, and you're not, like, looking back at your data, it can be easy to forget, like, where you come from, or the journey in that. I think it's, like, super important. Or maybe it's not important. Maybe I'm just overthinking it. But I think everybody should pat themselves on the back for any achievement that they get. Like, this is a grindy ass game. This is a grind and a half, boys. Stripping first. Wait. My thoughts exactly about Pulsar Harvester. It does? Or the stripping first? I believe Pulsar Harvester and then the armor? Or you gotta strip the armor first? Sol says you gotta strip the armor first before the Pulsar Harvester. Mr. Flipstar, lure me up. Bro. Have I got some lore for you, big guy? I'll catch up on chat, and bro, I'll tell you guys the most fucked up story. It's only fucked up because it's funny, but I want to do the best that I can to do the story justice, and also keeping in mind that I have to edit what I say because of YouTube. But I'm gonna try to pitch it to you fellas so you understand, like, what it must have been like as a teenager, and like what was going through your mind, sort of buzz, and then it might help you understand like how fucking stupid this story is. It's so fucking stupid, but every now and then I remember it, and it's a good party yarn. Alright, what's going on here? Overcharge? Double boss. Bro, they are not dying, boys. Oh, we went berserked. So this overcharge will take all of my shields. So it's like one of the sacrifices to make. Sacrifice 50% of my defenses for the thing that's 90% of my problems. And I think it's a worthwhile trade-off. There's probably a certain portion of the game where it's not a worthwhile bit of your trade-off. But for a little tiny tower like mine, it's very, very much so worth trade-off. But now I've got to make sure that the black hole isn't bringing in things that'll chip me. Whoa, he is not dying, boys. Look at that. Wow, that's the same two bosses, I think, at Wave 1200. It's the same two bosses, boys. And yeah, because there's the same sab. So literally the same scenario happened. What do we have? Death penalty and G-comp. But we got more uptime on the black hole. A little bit nervous about that protector. Oh no, we got him. We got him, boys. Random question. My ultimate weapon trio is at 180 seconds. I want to bring it down together. Is there a way to not desync gold box summon on the way? There's definitely charts out there, bro. I'd be super mindful about what you're doing with Goldbot as far as the lab goes. There's a certain level that you can comfortably just lab and then do the rest obviously with medals. I would just be careful about syncs that's down the road. So a very common sync down the road is a 65-second sync, or I see the 69 or 72 if you get stuck with Mythic Multiverse Nexus. And then obviously there's the 50-second sync if you're doing something like where you're not using Multiverse Nexus and your other stuff's going to be at 100 seconds or something like that. But I highly recommend you use the charts that are out there, namely around Goldbot. Summon's fairly easy to sync. You could just respect that sort of stuff. There's no labs for it, so you can't really foot gun your future progress in that. What I did, what did you say, 180 seconds? What I did is at a certain point, I think it was 150 seconds, is I just dropped the black hole and I went for perma black hole. And then what I did with perma black hole is I then walked my Death Wave and GT down, and I just went blender. And then once I walked those two down, then I switched over back to Orb Devo with the lower sync times and whatever. Where I use like Multiverse Nexus for like a real low sync time on a Orb Devo. And then I went to switch out the build and stuff like that. So that's just what I personally went for. I went for perma black hole. And like one of the reasons for that is I just thought black hole looked cool. But if we're talking about syncing all the way down and doing the entire trio, the other thing you can consider is as you walk it down, because it's a grind, like at the portion of the game where you are, if you're still lowering those cooldowns, like it's not a walk in the park. And I know a lot of people like treat it like it is, you know, because they bought it in a month with the stone packs and that. But like if you're actually walking it down and you're running on like platinum rewards or lower, it's a hell of a grind to get those down. So another way you can do it is use the Multiverse Nexus calculator. Well, I'm sure there's some charts as well where it can show sync times. And then you can walk it down and then try to find specific windows with the Multiverse Nexus calculator or the charts where different sync times are. So you might be like, okay, 1 click in black hole and 2 clicks in Death Wave, let's say for example, that will take me to this next sync time. So it's just like a bit of an art. It takes a bit of strategy, to walk it all the way down like that. So a good example of a person that did it was J Plays. I only use him as an example because there's probably thousands of examples, but I only use him as an example because he used those specific breakpoints too. Like, so he'd be like, okay, 2 clicks in this, 1 click in that, and 1 click in that, and that takes me to this next point. So rather than saving up the entire stones, or rather than saving up the stones and doing the 10 seconds at a time, which becomes very costly at a certain stage of the game, and it can feel like your progress gets extremely stagnant. If you're walking them down while using MVN, it can feel like you don't have to save as much, and yes, you don't get a big spike in income like through coins or whatever, but it feels like, I don't know, because a lot of it's mental, eh? Like one of the big things that breaks a lot of players is the mental thing of going GT plus and you got to get your last 2 ultimate weapons, and it's like mentally taxing. So everybody just buys those last 2 with like real money, or not. You know, I won't put it out there and say everybody, but a lot of people do, because it's just like, fuck that. Like I'm not saving up for 7 months. Like fuck that. I'd rather shit in my hands and clap. But yeah, it's just kind of, there's a few ways to do it, but definitely if you're planning to do sync and you want to keep at a sync strategy, definitely look to some charts. Definitely look to some charts. But the other stuff that I just talked about, or those other examples, that's just more of like a mental thing. So it can feel like you don't look like, oh, I've got to drop all these 3 by 10 seconds, and that's 1,100 stones. And you're like, you know, you're only getting like 200 a week. So now I'm going to be saving up for 500 years in order to be able to do that. You know, fuck, this game sucks. Like one of those ones. So it's just a couple little things that can help you mentally deal with it, because you might be, instead of saving up all of those 10 seconds, it's like, yeah, I only shaved off 3 seconds from my cooldown, but at least I get the satisfaction of building up and spending, and not just building up for like 2 months, and then it's like, yay, click all of this, and then, oh, now I gotta wait 3 months for the next thing. And it, look, boys, of course there's a little bit of exaggeration in there, but you guys know what I mean. You guys know what I mean. I'm sorry if that's not like a solid answer for you, but that's kind of the route that I went. I just slammed Black Hole, and then I went for Sync much later. Dizzy, here he is. Mr. Project Rend himself is in the house. McChicken Joe, what's good? Gildy's in the house. I did my absolute PB. Holy shit. 2,000 waves. Holy crap. Strip armor first. Otherwise, no procs. If it's armor, the war for a reason. No procs. No protectors. Strip armor first for the protectors. Clouded, I've been lurking for a bit in this stream because I'm dealing with work. This bracket doesn't look too bad. My man's putting it. My man is slamming the tourney while he's at work. Are you double screened at the moment, actually, AFK? Are you running the double screens? So XL Daily does. He pulls it up on the PC. I just keep it on my phone. Bro, look at these vamps. Look at these vamps, bro. They're like, bro. What are those vamps? Look, he's going to touch me. No, he's going to steal my nuke. What is going on, boys? It's a vampire that lives forever. I can't believe this shit. Oh, we killed him. Boys, I can't believe we killed him, bro. I thought he was going to go forever. What in the actual clusterfuck is going on? Look at him. This is one of those infinity ones. Oh, wow, we survived that. Let's see if we get an energy shield by the end of it. D-Bell, good morning. Good luck with the tourney. How you been, bro? How's things? Whitey says, I recently got Perma Black Hole in Farming. Game 2,000 waves in Tier 11. Bro, super impactful in that window. It's such a good feeling getting Perma Black Hole. Allow me to go from to T12 farm. Let's go. Perma Black Hole with Primacy is huge. Absolutely, bro. And especially with the added damage reduction that was given, would feel like a really nice change. Would feel like a really good change. Oh, look, he's going to steal my nuke. He's going to steal my nuke. Boom, fire. But Chicken Joe. Ryan! Ryan, you missed it. You missed the start. So we bought a stone pack for our birthday. And we use your creator code. I use your creator code in the hopes that the donation means that when you come to bed, sweetheart, you'll turn the light off for us. Can't get it all rolled up. A male vampire. Bro, I can't believe what the fuck was going on with that vampire. What was that, boys? What was that? One monitor for each EP shoot. Bro, at AFK's level of the game, he probably gonna need a bunch of sheets for a tower like his. Nothing beats the break screen. We just minimize it on arrival when Pitapi or Daddy Mac comes. Bro, I had mine on the screen once and I was fully like zoned out in something. Probably doing some other cunt's job for them. And I was like doing something like that. And then it was like on the other screen. And I remember your Daddy K, coming to the office. And he was there to fucking yell at me about some shit. Like always. And he was looking at it and he was like staring at it like he didn't know what he was looking at. He knew it was some type of game, but then it looked like a screensaver, but it's like a game, but I'm not playing the game. So it's like, is it a game? He's not playing the game. What the fuck is that? And he just keeps staring at it, eh? Like, it was like, and it was like when you screensaver mode first come out. So it's like in the screensaver buzz. Oh no, oh bro, are we gonna die to a ray? Out of all the problems in the world, we're gonna fucking die to a ray. I know we got him. Alright, we got one energy shield and a big heart. What's it gonna be, boys? One energy shield and a big heart. Ryan's the only male that gets to touch Clouded. Ryan's our man that will do the motorboats for us. Because if you don't know, boys, 10-cent motorboats. Me and Ryan. I'll send it to your DMs, boys. I'll send it to your DMs. You donate $1, we get 10 motorboats. 4 swipes each side, so 40 motorboats, 40 titty smacks for $1. Me and Ryan. Scissor sisters. Ryan says happy birthday. Thank you, big guy. It's not quite yet, but I will be a year older by the time I next see you fellas. I'm leaving the lights on. Leaving the lights on. Oh, leaving the lights on like we're 16, eh? Maybe the stats and tourney results are in the description. In the description. Where is it? Here? Wait. Maybe the stats and tourney results are in the description. Oh, gents. Oh, that's what we were going to do. Because we got Mr. Flipster in the house. We'll motorboat for the tips. There we go, boys. There we go. Don't forget to use creator code. Creator code Ryan. Ryan the Tower. Ryan, do we get videos for your creator code? It goes straight to your DMs. But boys, that's right. I forgot to tell you. I keep getting lost now that my my darling's in the chat. But boys, so I got myself down these ways. I'm about 16, and I got myself in the shit. Big time. Big time in the shit. And it wasn't even my fault. Just guilty by association. So there's this yoked ass cunt. It was one of these situations where we basically fucked with the wrong cunt. I didn't, but I was guilty by association because I was a part of the antics, and then was unaware that we were screwing with the wrong person, and this guy's some big time dude. So he goes to track us down, and we all kind of lay low. We lay low for a bit. Everything dies off. Well, one of the other guys that was with us, he decided, it was one of these ones where you kind of realize you got yourself in the shit, so you don't talk about it. You talk about it amongst yourselves, you and your coeys, but you don't talk about it outside, especially to other people. Like, especially with how serious this dude and his crew was. And then a couple months later, he starts with me. I'm not at home, but he goes around to the house where I was living, and then he's trying to hunt us down. So I get a phone call, and it's from the auntie, and then she says, "Where are you?" I say, "Oh, I'm over at the bro's house, whatever." She goes, "Whatever you do, don't come home. I'll touch base with you. Meet me at someone's house, whatever." So I'm like, yeah, sweet. So I go and meet her there, and then she goes, "Do you guys know who XYZ is?" I go, "Oh, yeah, know by name." And then she goes, "What the fuck have you what the fuck have you guys got yourself into?" And then like she's one of those ones where like she's not gonna tell on you, but she definitely needs to know like what we're into. So the bro spills the beans, tells you everything, and then she says, "Oh look, he's not gonna come around home, but like you guys need to go away. Like you need to go out of here. This dude's gonna hunt you down. He's gonna unalive you cunts. Like he's fucked up big time." So the bro goes into hiding. He finds himself a little house. One of the bros moves like 7-8 hours away. And then I got to move up to my old man's house. Now, I haven't really lived with my old man. But I got myself in that much trouble that I pretty much just had to call him up and say, "Fuck, man, I screwed up big time, and I need to get out of the city. Because if I don't get out of the city, the only time you're gonna see me is you're probably gonna be at my funeral," sort of buzz. And then so he goes, "All right, well I'll tell you what, you can come up here. You gotta cut all the antics, and then you come up here and we'll see if you can make something up here." Where did AFK go? Oh, he's way up here. Oh, look at this mystic guy, it's huge. Right, so we need another 50 waves. I have a play around with something while I keep talking. So I move up to my old man's. Now, I don't live with my old man before. I don't get along with his wife, never have, ever since I was a little kid. It's just one of those things, step parents, all that other jazz. So I was up there for a little bit, and I was working in that, and I just didn't really enjoy it. We were butting heads all the time. They kept finding my bud, kept making a big deal about it, all this sort of shit. It's like, I get it when you're only like 16 or whatever, but it's like, yeah, I'm 16 in age, but like, bro, motherfucker, I've been homeless for years. Like, you can't be like trying to dictate what a kid's doing, where it's like, I'm not a kid anymore. Yes, I'm a kid in age, but like, bro, I've been looking after myself for plenty of time now. You know, like, you're not telling me what to do, sort of buzz. So we're butting heads too much. Now, one day I was at work. This dude pulls up. I was a car groomer at BMW. And this dude pulls up. And, this dude pulls up. And he pretty much likes me, likes my style. He was a bit of a big spender. So the boss said, your job today is leave all the cars and you're just going to drive this dude around. This dude's cashed up, all the other rest. I want you to drive him around all day, wherever he wants to go. Give him a good treatment. So I said, yeah, man, no worries. Like, who cares? So I'm driving this dude around and we're just hitting it off, eh? Like, I'm about 16. Maybe about to turn 17, or maybe I am 17. I can't really remember. And this dude's like mid-20s, you know, 23, 24, nice car, all the rest, staying in the Hilton, all that other jazz. And when we finish up at the end of the day, and I go back to work, I drop him off at his motel, and he says to me, "Do you want a job?" And I was like, bro, I don't even know you. And I'm like looking at this dude like, bro, he's got a nice BMW. He's staying in the Hilton. He's got chains on. Like, bro, I've been around boys. I know what that screams out. So I'm like, dude, I don't even know you. He goes, nah, you know, you're a good young fella, this and that. Do you want a job? Come work for me. And I was like, dude, I'm not doing anything illegal. Like, I'm trying to stay out of that buzz. And he says to me, how much money do you make a week? Now, at the time, when I was a little girl, when the air was clean and sex was dirty, boys, the wage that I was on for a full working week gave me about $300. He's like, $300? And I was like, bro, how would you like to triple or 5x that, buddy? That's where I'm like, nah, I'm not like, boy, you look like a dealer. Like, you look like hell into the streets sort of thing. And then he goes, nah, all good. So he goes, tell you what, when I come to work tomorrow, I'll pick up my car, go home tonight, and I want you to have a think. And then he's like, but I got a job waiting for you. We'll go over to the other island. We have a good legit job. You'll be making way more money than you are here. All you gotta do is say yes. So I go home and I'm like thinking about this when I go back to work, go to the gym, all that other shit. And then I go home and I'm having a smoke on the beach. And then, like, the first thing that happens when I walk in the door is, like, my stepmom going on about some fucking shit. Some fucking shit, eh? Like, just going on, and all I'm thinking in my head is, shut your fucking mouth. And my old man, he's a nice guy. He's soft as. And, you know, he's not going to tell her to shut up. So I'm, like, looking at him, and I'm looking at her, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck this shit. And I'm like, I'm out. I'm moving out. And they're like, wait, what are you doing? And his wife's like so happy, eh? Tried not to hide her tears of happiness. And I was like, nah, I'm out. This dude pulled up to work. He offered me a job. I'm off. He's, where you going? South Island. He goes, hey, do you know this guy? Don't know him from a bar of soap, but whatever's going on with this dude has got to be better than what the fuck's going on down here. And he's like, sure you want to sweat you up? Yeah, fuck, I'm out. So I quit my job, I drop my car off, I ring his number, he buys me plane tickets, and I'm out, boys. I'm out. I fly over down to this. So, I don't know if you guys know, but New Zealand split into 2 islands. I fly down to the South Island. So he introduces me to the crew, and there's a crew of about 3 van loads. Not a full van load, so say 12 to 15 people, and you're broken up into different crews. I don't even know what I'm doing. I don't know what the job is. I don't know what the pay is. All I see in my mind is freedom and adventure. And I'm out this bitch. Fuck this shit. I'm not happy anyway. So the first night, we're staying in this lodge, and they had this sort of deal with the franchise as a whole, and it's like a chain of lodges or motels, whatever you guys call it in your country. And they had a deal, the head office had a deal with the franchise company to cut us a deal for accommodation. So what we would do is we'd go around, we'd do door sales, and we'd do sales, and we would use where the franchisees are, like scattered out through all that country, we'd use those as the place to stay, as like the home base, and then we would do the sales all around that region. So if there's one in this region, one in that region, and then we'd do all the sales around there, go to the next one, and then we just begin to circuit. This is down the track. So this is my introduction. He's like telling me what the job's about and all this sort of shit. I'm meeting all these other people. Everybody's young as. I'm 16, 17. The youngest in the crew's like 15. You know, it's just a whole bunch of young people. You know, the oldest people are like early 20s sort of buzz. And it's just a whole bunch of people hustling, doing door sales. So I'm like meeting the crew. He takes me out. We go get on the piss. All that sort of thing. Crash out. And like start the day. So I start getting into the buzz. It's about like a day or two into it. And I start meeting the other people that are in the lodge. So if you guys are unfamiliar with how a lodge works, I know all you old cunts probably are, but it's pretty standy that there's a bunch of people, like you get truckers and all sorts of people that buy in a one night, like in a lodge, and then you get some other people that stay there longer, like us for example. We might stay there a couple weeks, or we might go to a region and we might stay there for a couple months. But you get other people that might be living there for years, and they're using like the shared facility, and they're just treating it as cheap accommodation. So like one of those ones. So I meet the people that stay there a long time, and bro, I'm not gonna lie, bro, they're like a whole bunch of, like, the category that I put people like these guys in is I put them in the category of Peter Pans. They're like men that never grew up. Like alcoholics, druggies, you know, marital issues, all sorts of shit. It's just super, super odd bunch of people. But there's this one dude amongst all of them who is the weirdest. So he'll drink with us every now and then, and you know, you'd be polite with all these people because all you're doing is literally just partying and drinking every day after work. And these guys would jump in. Now I always buzzed out on this old guy, and a couple of the boys, like a couple of days into it, the boys are like, "Yeah, keep your eye out on this old dude. Eh? He's a bit off." So I'm like, yeah, sweet as. Like, in my mind, I'm thinking, like, fuck you all, cunt, I'll smash you. Like, you're not gonna, like, you know, I'm not scared of this old guy. But then I started noticing that this old dude was, like, really off. Like, he was, like, super, super off. And I said to the boys, like, but I don't really see him drink much, but he's always off his face. And they say, yeah, he's on like prescriptions and shit. Like he's a pill popper. He's like, he's a junkie. He shoots it up and all that sort of shit. And then I'm like, oh, okay, this dude's really odd. Now one of the boys comes to the room, and he goes to me, oh, do you smoke up? I go, yeah, of course. And he goes, all right, we'll have a sesh. So I say, yeah, fuck, no worries. So we're smoking up or whatever. And I go, gives a look at the stuff. So, you know, he chucks me the thing or whatever. Looking at it, I'm going, fuck, that shit's fucking mean. And we're smoking it. And I'm getting absolutely rolled off the smoke, eh? Like the rollest that I've ever been off smoke since I was a little girl. And I'm going, fuck, that stuff's wicked. So we keep on, you know, he becomes our man that we're scoring off. You go to work all day, whatever. We used to get our cash paid directly into our account. So, like, if we do a sale, the boss at head office will directly send it, like, straight into our account
like as soon as you make the sale, and then he'll just collect the funds on the sale, like whenever it's all processed and that. So like as soon as you make a sale and you confirm it, it's like cash is in your account. Like you're like, you know, you're on. So our team lead, the bro that recruited me, he's cashed up and he'll just pay you out in cash. And then like when the money hits your account, you just spot him back, you know, like one of those things. So I kept scoring off this old man, and I started noticing that I was getting way too wasted. Like, if anybody's a smoker, you know what it's like when you get wasted. Bro, I was getting smashed. And I don't mean smashed like when you're, I don't know, when you're high or whatever. I'm talking like, bro, I felt like off. Like, I'm like blasted as, doing like doing like every now and then feel like I'm falling. Like, bro, I was getting like hella smashed, bro. I couldn't quite figure out what it was, and it super took me a while. But then over the course of a few days, I started thinking like, bro, whenever I smoke that stuff, I'm like, I'm not just getting like wasted, I'm getting like, I don't know, I'm getting fucked up. And something's kind of off with it. And I was like, I swear I was like the only one that was clicking. The one day we went out to town. And we started noticing odd behavior with this dude, Brian. He's the junkie dude. So started noticing odd behavior. He used to get guys come around. The guys are looking junkie-ish. But like, not in the way that you think junkiest people that are like homeless people. I'm talking like junkiest, tranny looking, like really weird femboy. Was super odd. And I started like asking the boys like, bro, does that dude like dudes? Because I swear he's taking dudes back to his room. Like, they're not just mates where he's like partying, but I'm sure this dude's like taking dudes back to his room. And the boys are like, oh, I mean, yeah, maybe, I don't know. You know, they're not really thinking too much into it. So one time we go into town. We come back from town. And this is around the same time where I'm starting clicking like, but I'm sure this guy likes dudes. Like, I'm like, the energy's feeling off. And we come home. And we like bowl in. We turn the lights on. He's got in the shared area, he's got adult, we'll call it adult entertainment videos up on the main screen in the main lounge. He's got his pants down. He's comatose. Like, he's obviously drug induced himself. He's comatose. He's still got a ciggy in his mouth. Pants are down, like in the thing. There's about 60 like man-on-man DVDs spread out across the whole, like, what are you doing? Like, and I remember looking at going, oh yeah, this card's way off, boys. Like, bro, this is like out of it. You know, first thing you do, bro, is like, pull up next to him and take a selfie. Eh? Like, look at this guy, like, take a selfie. That's the first thing you do, you know. Then you go to like rob this cunt. Like, it's like, check if he's got any smokes, eh? Like, fuck this cunt, bro. I have got photos of this shit, bro. You owe now, motherfucker. Like, anything I want, swine. But so now I'm like. Now I'm like actually alert with this guy. It's like, okay, I'm putting it together. Dude's a junkie. 1000%. These guys are poo pushing to get their fix. Like, all that sort of carry on, boys. You know where this is going. But I'm only a young dude. I'm like 16, 17. So, and like, I'm like hyper aware now. Like, oh yeah, fuck. These cunts are weird, bro. Like, I'm definitely keeping my eye on these cunts. So we got this younger guy that's with us. Now, one day we're drinking, and this is where it gets super spicy. Look at that. Literally at 1200, the exact same thing happened again. Oh no, the black hole can't cover it. So we're like drinking one night. And this creep, he comes crawling out of his cave. He used to have no front teeth. And he used to speak really weird. Like, if you guys know any guys that are like doped up like that, they speak weird. They don't speak like us. They speak like they're slurring, you know, all sorts of shit like that. So we're sitting there watching a movie one night, and he comes out. He goes, "Hey guys, it's Brian here." And I'm like looking at this dude. Like, I knew once things were getting weird, I'd never turn my back to this dude. Like, ever. Like, I always had my eyes on this dude. Like, no matter where he went, bro. If he went to the fridge, I had my eyes on this dude. So, like, sitting there watching movies, whatever, and the shared communal lounge comes out. "Hey, guys, Brian here." Walks up to one of the girls. Slams his face in her hair. Like, she's sitting like this watching a movie. Slams his face into her hair. Starts going like this. Imagine this. And I like look at her, and she looks at me. She's like, "What the fuck?" Like, this dude's just smelling my hair, bro. And then he comes and sits by me. So like, I'm here. He sits next to me, and on the other side, it's this other young dude. This dude's like 15, kicked out of school, all that other carry on, whatever. You're still allowed to work. So this dude is on the other side of me. And then he's sitting there going, "Ha!" He goes, "Yeah, you fucking wiener." And he's going like this, and I'm like, this fucking cunt's fucking, what the fuck's this cunt on about? He's going, "Ha, ha, 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 you fucking wiener." And then I'm like, looking at the boys, and I'm looking at everyone else, and he's like, "Ha, you're nothing but a wiener." And then I like turn to him, and I'm about to say like, "What's your problem, dude? Like, what the fuck's your problem?" And I like turn to him, and he's not looking at me, and he's looking at the dude that's younger than me, the one that's the youngest in the bunch. And he's looking at him, and he's like the bro's like here. Just imagine this is the front of his face. He's watching the movie. He's over here like, "Yeah, you fucking wiener." Ha ha ha. And the bro's like sitting there, and he's like pretending, like he's just like watching a movie, like pretending to ignore him, like he's not hearing what he's saying. And it's like, I'm like looking like, first I'm offended because I think he's calling me like, you know, he's like dissing me or saying. Then I'm looking, and then like, now he's dissing my new mate that I've only known for a few days or something like that. And then it's like one of the boys who's like sitting like on the other side of the lounge. He's like, "Ha, he's calling you a fucking wiener." Like, he's the one that says it out loud. And like, looking back on it, I felt like it was funny, but like at the time I was getting like fully offended by it. Like, I was like, "Hey, this fucking cunt fucking come here fucking calling us fucking names, you fucking cunt." And then so I just had to say something, because it's like, I felt like the bro wasn't defending himself, or at least vocalizing anything. So I just say to him, "What's the problem, bro? Why are you calling me a fucking wiener? What's your problem with me?" Knowing he's not calling me it, but he's calling my newfound mate it. "Now, what's the problem, bro? Bro, we're just chilling here watching a movie. Don't fuck up our day. Come in here calling me a wiener." And he's like, "Oh, not you. You're not a wiener." And then I was like, "Well, what the fuck am I?" And then he's like, You're a bore." And I was like, "What the fuck?" He's like, "Ha ha ha ha. You're a bore." What the fuck's that supposed to mean, bro? And then it's like one of the other bros is across the lounge is like, "Ha, you called you a bore. That must mean you're like an adult." But he called the bro a wiener. It must mean he's like a little boy. And then this junkie's like, ha, fucking wiener. So then I'm like, bro, this dude is so off. Bro, this dude's so off. Imagine it like two wings. The communal building's in the middle. And there's a wing out here and a wing out here. And it's all the rooms either side of the corridor. All the way out. I was in his wing. It was so off. And I was like, fuck, this cunt's way too trippy for me. That I went to the office, got a key for a room at the most opposite side in the world, in the most opposite wing. And I was like, bro, I'm out of this dude's wing, bro. Fuck this shit, bro. This cunt's way too creepy. Bro, dude is like fapping off to like 400,000 man-on-man DVDs, pants down. He's got men visiting every night, bro. Calling like... he's trying to touch the bro wiener, bro. And the worst thing is that become the bro's name like forever now. He was forever called Wiener. So I was like, fuck this shit, bro. I like moved to the other side of the dorm, bro. It's the shower, because you know, communal showers, so you got multiple showers in a large bathroom. I used to shower with the curtain open, facing out. Like, so paranoid about this dude. Like, you know when you wash your hair with soap? Like, when I had, like, a 10 out of 10 hairline, like Ryan. Bro, when you wash your hair with soap, I used to, like, wash it like this. Like, you know, you like this in the shower? And you, like, go like that? I used to, like, wash my hair like that so I could, like, always see. Like, I wasn't getting no soap in my eyes. Like, I was fucking ready, eh? Like, I was so tripped out on this cunt. And I'm only a kid myself that I was like, fuck this shit, bro. I am not getting raped. I'm not getting raped in some fucking bunk bed by some fucking junkie cunt. And I always kept my eye on this dude. So it came to our last day. And we're going to a different region. And it came to our last day. And we're sitting there partying up. Now I'm never going to see this dude again. I don't give a fuck what he's doing. I don't give a fuck what any other cunt's doing that stays there. But we have like a big party and a big piss up, and we start having a smoke, you know, smoking up, and he just starts loading us up. He's giving us all the smoke, bro. He pulls out this chest. He goes, here's the present, guys. Lifts this thing, and he goes, pick a pill, have any pill you want. Ha ha, even you too, wiener. You can have a pill too, wiener. And then he's like, got yellow ones, blue ones, pink ones. This one does this one does that. I'm like, nah, I want to hear that shit. So I smoke it up. And then I'm like, then I forget, bro. Like, that this shit fucks me up. So I'm fucking go into this downy twitching mode. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, smashed as, having shots. I'm not even feeling like it. And I'm like twitching out, fucking all on this buzz. And then he's like, looks around the table and we're all passing the smoke around and everybody's fragging out. And then he reckons, oh, you guys like that smoke, eh? And I'm like, fuck, is this cunt being a buzzy cunt again? And he goes, yeah. And he goes, feel like you don't want to go anywhere. Starting to feel a bit heavy, eh? Ha 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 ha. You know, ha ha ha. I'm going, fuck, what's this cunt on about? And then it's like, it's not like I started sobering up, because I definitely wasn't sobering up. But you know when you're in those situations and then you start locking in, it's like everybody was fragging out because you're half trying to party, but now you just smoked some fucked up shit and it's made you all munted. And it's like, but now I'm like locking in, like I'm like tuning into the dude and I'm just like locking into what he's saying. He goes, yeah, feel like you can't stop twitching, can you? Ha ha ha. How about you, wiener? Ha. And I'm like looking at this dude and I'm like looking around the table and everyone's like this, going like that. And he goes, yeah, it's pretty good when you mix a bit of weed with Valium. Ha ha. And then it's like, my eyes were just like boom, and I was like, this motherfucker has been selling us smoke, and he's been lacing that shit and fucking all these little kids up. Like, bro, we're like kids, bro. Like, like Wiener's 15. the boar's only like 16, and this dude is selling us smoke, and he's crushing up fucking meds, and he's lacing our shit, bro, and fucking us up, bro. I was like, what is this dude doing? What is this dude is like getting kids laced up with shit. The only thing I can think of my mind is so he can do some despicable shit. Some despicable shit. Like, my spidey senses were tingling. I was already locked in. Showering like that. Going to showers like that, eh? Walking into going into the bathroom, eh? Pull the curtains like that, eh? Like, look for I thought I was like the only one, boys. I was like, bro, am I the only one with some fucking street smarts here? Boys, wake up, eh? This dude is fucking whack, bro. I fucking knew it, boys. I knew something was up with this kid. I fucking knew it, and my spidey senses were on. I'm going to the showers like that. Come on, motherfuckers. Go to the shower with a fucking bottle, eh? In case this... Dude, when I took the other room, when I transferred to the other thing, because you could get like beds and all that shit, I specifically asked for one that had a bunk bed in it, and I took the furthest one away that had a bunk bed, and I slept on the top bunk bed. In my mind, I'm like, this dude is so fucked up, and I know something's out of it. But if I'm up here on the bunk, I've got like a 5 foot advantage to like if old mates crawling, I'm gonna I can, you know the ones, boys can jump off like that. Bro, this is what my mind was like, and bro, I have to like live there, bro. Like, it's not like you're gonna ship the whole crew out because one dude's buzzing out on someone. Like, you know what I'm fucking give him the this fucking junkie cunt, boys. Fucking buzzing me out. So do you know what I did, boys? Do you know what I did? Before we left, because we're leaving, that's our last party. That's the night, that's when like the whole thing's like dawns on me, like, bro, this dude's a fucking junkie. This dude's like lacing us up. Like, he'd probably been trying to sneak into our rooms and all that sort of shit. Do you know what I did, boys, on our last night? I pulled out a wad of cash, and I said, do you have any more of that smoke? He goes, yep. I said, I'll take what you got. And I took that smoke, and I saved it later for a party trick. So, gents, if you want to hear part 2, I'll let you know what I did with that party trick that I scored off that dude. Because I went and used it at a party and fucked up this whole party on that shit. But boys, that's Brian, the junkie from the South Island. But it's like crazy, like, that's over double my lifetimes ago. I still remember that dude's name, and I still remember it's like all of that shit like burnt into my brain of like an experience that you never want to put yourself in it. But like having enough situational awareness that like go have a shower or you take a shit and you've got like a pair of scissors. Fucking go to have a drink with the boys with a pair of scissors to fucking get you fucking junkie cut. Boys, whatever you just do, if there's a takeaway from the situation, do not be like Wiener. Boys. Do not be like Wiener, boys. You fucking... Bro, you be like Wiener, boys. But I'm like looking at the bro, he's like not even saying anything. I'm like looking at him like, dude, this dude is like, fuck, this dude is like in your shit. Like, imagine like sitting there like that and dude is like in your shit. Like that, ain't like, fucking Wiener. Like, bro, somebody stick up for the bro. Like, bro is getting out of all the balls in this room. Out of all the wild balls in this room, he goes for the little wiener, eh? Like, it's like 1,000%, bro. We stayed there any longer, bro. Wiener was his target. 1,000%, bro. Cunt would have been targeting wiener. Oh my god. Oh my god. Bro, you guys are absolutely wild. You guys are absolutely wild. Okay, I'll catch up on chat now. Expiry, what's good? What's good? Sorry if I missed anybody's stuff, mate. The law is going hard right now. Bro, honestly, it fucked me up. Sent sparkles for 2 joules. What's a joule? Somebody else did that. Who else did that? Sent joules. Nova Sky sent joules. 2. Wow, I don't know what a joule is. What is a joule, boys? XL Taylor, the tower don't boom boom. You gotta put a pic of you with hair clouded. Fuck. Probably not on my phone. I never rocked a phone for ages. But even in saying that, bro, I never really had a hairstyle. I was never one of those peoples that had like a signature hairstyle. Like the minute that the edges like started like misshaping around the edges, bro, just fuck shave it. Just keep it tidy. It's like at home. The minute your edges start, fuck it, you just fucking level 1 those lawns, boys. Level 1. As soon as like it started getting like unevenness, fuck, just fucking ball head, bro. Just way tidier. I'm married, kids, I don't need to be trying to do anything. But if we up heaps of donos or something, boys, we'll get a fringe. I tell you what, we'll put it there. We'll go to Turkey and we'll buy ourselves a fringe, eh? We'll see if we could do a GoFundMe. And we'll get that John Olomu fringe. We might have enough that maybe we can't get a hair transplant, but we might be able to get like a sideburn. Or maybe we just get like a transplant of a mean monobrow. Whoa, imagine if we took the beard, like orange beard, and just had an orange fringe right here. Just right there, boys. Right there. Chicken Joe says, don't do jokes, kids. Bro, that is like one of those stories of like, yeah, bro. Don't do jokes, kids. Way too young to be fucking around with that shit, bro. You have some cunt fucking... like that, smelling your hair and fucking trying to get somebody vulnerable. Sent flow state for 200 joules. Where do we get these joules, boys? I'm gonna have to Google what is the joules and what is the stars and what is the sprinkles. I don't know these things. Hexen Priest though, what's up? We definitely got to catch up. Hopefully this weekend. This weekend. I'll tee up with you beforehand, because it's a long weekend in my country too, so we definitely can make something work. You showed him your black hole. Sent gold coin for 10 joules. Gents, I feel like a boomer now, and I don't know what a joule is. Boys. But look, on the 20, and we'll catch in a part 2. If you guys are interested in it, we'll catch in a part 2. But that is the start at that end. So being a little street hood rat, and then now I'm going into this part of the journey. Bro, there's just wild parties, bro. Like all we did was party, and fuck. Just little dumb young cunts. I was getting into all the clubs and everything. I don't know how the fuck I was getting into there. But like this beard, boys, I've had a beard like that since I was like 16. Hairy ass chin since I was like 16. Fuck, do we rerun?
I don't know, boys. I don't know if I've got any tools up my sleeve that I can squeeze out a little bit more. I don't know if there's something that I'm missing. I don't know if there's something that I'm missing, but I don't know if I could squeeze out more. It's those protectors are complete cancer. I mean, we could try something stupid, boys. And we could just do it for, like, the full send. And we just go, fuck it. It'll be enough to, I don't know, keep up some yarns. This is going to be a big damage dip. But we could just, like, roll like that. Dirty gems. We'll do it for Wiener, eh? W in the chat for Wiener, boys. Dude, that's the funniest, bro. I'm probably going to go to bed and my wife's probably going to go, that was fucking wild. What the fuck was that? What yarns are you telling these fellas? What is wrong with you, Devantia? What are you telling these boys? Oh, you know what we should have did? We probably should have did OA. W in the chat. The boys throwing up the W. The boys throwing W in the chat for Wiener. Bro, the wildest thing. So I reunite with all these cunts. And not Brian the junkie from the South Island. I reunite for a massive party with all of these cunts. And so at the exodus of this crew, we start getting involved into like gang shit and that. And when I reunite with these fellas like years later, they've gone like knee deep into gang shit, bro. And Wiener, fucking Wiener, bro. Wiener ends up holding it down and like, bro, I ain't gonna be called Wiener no more. Like, bro, he ends up getting him. He's got his whole, like, he ends up running his whole entire crew. Like, he's got like a whole crew of fucking gang members, bro. Oh, Wiener. Wiener wasn't going back, bro. They must have scarred him. Like, bro, he was showing that he wasn't gonna be a Wiener no more. It actually caught me off guard. So we pull up to this party. I'll give you guys a tidbit. We can go more into detail. But again, it's one of those things where it's like, I don't know how much of this sort of language I can be using, boys. You know, the swearing and stuff's alright, but fuck, some of the stuff we're saying, it's very hard to say these sorts of things because I actually haven't read the terms and conditions. But I know probably some of the stuff I shouldn't be saying. But Wiener, a bit of a sneak peek. We go up to this party. And fuck, it's dope, bro. It's dope as like unreal party. Way up at the, like, arguably one of the nicest beaches in our countries for New Year's. And I pull up there, and the first thing we get hit up by security. And bro's got a whole gang running security. So we pull up, and it's me and all my cousins from like down here. And they're like, bro, bounce, you just can't come here. I go, nah. The bro hit us up. Said we're all goods. He said, oh, where's your name on the list? And I said, bro, I ain't on a fucking list, bro. Bro, the bro's fucking said. And then he's like, nah, he's got to bounce. And like, I'm with all my cousins. And they're like, bro, we just drove 5 hours to come here. Fuck you, can't get out of the way. So they start amping up. And then he calls out all over all his other goons. So they start bowling over. And the dude that's running these goons, I worked with him. So it was in one of these crews that we worked with when we were doing the door sales and that. And he comes over and he sees me and he's like, holy fuck, bro, how you been? Haven't seen you in years. So he's like, yeah, you're goods.
I say, who out of the boys, and you know, what's all these guys up to? Oh, this person's moved over here, this person's moved to Aussie, this and that. And then he says, I say, who out of the boys? Like, any of the boys here? And he goes, oh, fucking Wiener's here. Well, he didn't say Wiener, he said his real name. Oh, he's probably not even going to see this, so I'll probably say it. He goes, oh, Liam's here. And I was like, who, Wiener? And he starts cracking up. He's like, yeah, fucking Wiener. And he goes, oh, but brother, on the real, he's not Wiener now, so we probably just want to keep that Wiener shit to the... And I was like, nah, fuck that cunt. We're all good. Bro, turn up, bro, not a Wiener anymore, eh? But listen, fucking... Bro's a big motherfucker, right? Bro's a big motherfucker. He's got his whole gang. He's got his prospects. And I was like, oh, shit. Bro's not Wiener anymore. Bro finally become a bore, eh? Like the rest of us. He's alright. I probably definitely should have used OA. That's just a bit of a lapse. Bit of a... This is cool. Call this one of those, like, fuck it runs. We'll call it a fuck it run. Oh yeah, that's what Wiener ended up. Wiener ended up becoming a war, becoming a little gang leader of his own little crew. Fucking hell, oh Wiener, eh? I tell you what, boys, when you go through life, never underestimate a Wiener, because you never know what that Wiener's gonna turn into. That Wiener might turn into a heavy hitter one day, boys. Everyone throwing W's for Wiener. Jens, what's good? What's good? Jens, what's good? Oh yeah, Taylor, how'd the bot presets go? Bro, that'll be so much fun. Congratulations, bro. That's a massive milestone. That's awesome. Clear, I'm lacking so much damage. That's all it takes. Haven't made any changes in ages. Incremental game, incrementally, boys. Incremental game, incrementally. Fucking Wiener. Fucking Wiener, bro. He always used to skull. This dude was like a construction worker. And he used to do some kick-ass hours, boys. He used to work like fucking 10, 12-hour days. You guys know what it's like in like that line of work when there's a project that has to get done and all that sort of shit. He used to be gone all day. And Wiener always used to run to the fridge and scull his chocolate milk. He always had a chocolate milk. And he always used to come out every day and he always used to go, fucking cunts drinking my fucking drink. Like, he always used to kick off. And I don't know, like, I must give that look. Like, not that I'm guilty, but I must give that look. Or maybe it's the way that I conduct myself. Like, I'm a pretty, like, IRL, I'm a pretty stand-up guy. Like, I'm pretty straightforward. I'm pretty stand-up. Like, if I'm solid with you, I'm solid with you. If I'm not fucking with you, I'm not fucking with you. And, like, I must give that energy off. So he never used to, like, look at me, like, stealing all my chocolate milk. But he knew somebody was, and we all knew it was Wiener. Every day we'd finish work, and Wiener would run into the fridge, scull all his chocolate milk. And when it's the last day, when old mate spills the beans that he's been spiking all our shit we've been scoring, that dude's out here drinking with us. Can't remember his name. I can't remember his name because he didn't traumatize me, boys. He didn't scar me for life. Well, this dude, he's like drinking with us, and he goes, yeah. And he goes, yeah, I know one of you fucking cunts have been drinking my chocolate milk. And we're like, oh, fuck, here we go. This guy's still going on. And he goes, yeah, so you know what I've been doing? For the last fucking 4 days, I've been pissing in all that chocolate milk. And we all turn and look at Wiener straight away. And we all turn at him. We all, even the junkie Brian's laughing. Wiener. Boys, Wiener's face just drops. Wiener's face just drops, and he's like, Oh, start feeling sick, eh? Oh, fucking bro's be sculling half the bottle, pissing in it, and putting it in the fridge. Go, yeah, fuck you fucking cunts. You fucking bastards. Jed says he might get 4 keys again. Hell yeah, let's go, big dog. Marshmallow bracket. We all love a good marshmallow bracket. I always thought you were a jiu-jitsu guy, not a stand-up guy. There's nothing more than I like better than rolling with some man. Putting a man between my legs and trying to suffocate him. Like Brian the Junkie. Wanted to do the wiener. Oh, fucking wiener. Oh, bro, look how low our damage is. This is crazy. We're going to get nowhere, boys. We are just not going to have enough sauce. Definitely OA would have been better. Oh, Jens, congrats, bro. 4 keys. Bro, that's stellar. That's fucking awesome, bro. Well done. Well done, lad. Well done. Well, down here in New Zealand, we got a public holiday on Friday, which is what falls my birthday. So, boys, got a 3-day weekend for my birthday. Absolutely stoked. I think my wife's got all the 3 days off too. See, in the quest to make protectors irrelevant, we gotta sacrifice a lot of damage. I did OA main, ACP assist for this, and G-Comp helped a ton. OA main. Yeah, if I do anything with OA, I have to do OA. I have to do OA as a main as well. I don't have anything in that assist slot as far as the rarity. I'm kind of thinking with what's that, 85 meters? I'm kind of thinking with the Puma Black Hole, we could probably get away with just running full 5x. Because there's no special enemies apart from the protectors, and they're just going to get caught in the black hole anyway. But this is going to be crazy if we get some good waves off this. Because then I'll definitely try a OA. Just a speed run on OA. Have you thought about Armor Ancestral bonus for assist? Ancestral for the slot? I would absolutely love Ancestral for the slot. Currently as it stands, with my build, I would see it, because I'm using ACP as assist, I would see it as, where's the ROI for stones versus damage? Because like for ACP at Ancestral it's 10, so that's a 50% damage boost for 1,000 stones. There may be a bigger boost I could get for 1,000 stones. So if I put 800 stones into multiply efficiency, I think I'll get a higher return than the 50%. Whoa, what happened there? Lost all my shields. My birthday is Saturday, but I'm getting into the age where you're not super looking forward to it. That's what I was just saying, boys. Yeah, it's my birthday, but then it's like, oh, I'm an old man. I'm an old man. I'm another year older on Friday. But look at that. So what, are you July the 11th? Oh shit, is this going to be demon mode? Oh shit.
Holy moly, boys. Holy moly, just like that. Oh, wings, eh? Yeah, wings. Okay, that was 10 waves later. That was 10 waves later than the other time. So their overcharge is doing. So I'm actually wondering now, target priority. Boss. Elite. Try focus down the bosses. He's coming in like a wiener. Graham Freeman says, happy birthday, Mr. Flipster. Never stop celebrating. Yeah, you gotta never stop celebrate. Because one day we're gonna turn around and each birthday will be a celebration for surviving. Surviving another year. B. Taylor says there's a benefit for switching out for disco runs too. Yeah, there's a lot of utility in assist mods. It's such a great update. It's such a great update. Mr. Flipster's July the 11th. So Mr. Flipster, was that a good little lore story so you can understand the lore of All Clouded? Was that a good little lore story? Do you plan to invest in chain lightning damage soon? If you're referring to me, Jens, yep. Because it should be cost effective at the moment, where I can double my damage for fairly cheap. So definitely, probably after I do some CC, I'll be looking for like spotlight angles, spotlight bonus, chain lightning damage. I'm trying to time it when I get to a specific window. So I gotta think 10 weeks before the end of the year, I need to stop whatever I'm doing, whatever my plans are, or I need to achieve what I can before 10 weeks to the end of the year. Holy shit, boys, we're at 1450 waves. Bro, we hit a death defy. What the fuck is going on, boys? Is this the play? Was this the play all along, boys? Bro, we're straight. Is this PB? We just randomly hit a PB. Fucking wiener. The fucking wieners. Bro, what is going on? Yeah, the boys. 750 stones to 4 beams. Self-control is almost 0. Might pay to win. Do it, bro. Do it, Jens. Do it, Jens. Do it, bro. Do it. Can you please do it? Can you do it now? Bro, you deserve it, bro. You deserve it, dude. Do yourself a treat. Go and do it. Boys, look at it. Bro, we're gonna have... Bro, we're on the PB, boys. What is this? What is this? What is this, boys? What is going on? What the fuck is going on? All we need to do is DP the bosses. What is going on, boys? We're gonna hit 1500 waves. Oh no, we've only got nuke. It's the bosses are a pain, eh? It's the bosses are DP the boss.
DP the boss. Ah, those bosses are too tanky for me, boys. What is going on? Please let me hit 1500 waves. I gotta hit 1500 waves, boys. No! You fucking better not take it off me, boys. I gotta do it. 1500 waves for the PBs. We gotta do it, boys. No, not the Ray. No. No, I'm gonna die to the Ray. 1498. Fuck. Bro, what was that? Hold on, run it back, boys. Run it back. What do we do? 85 meter range. Bro, what was that? Bro, that was so random. That was so random. What the fuck was that? Ops. Whoops. Equip. Primary. Yes. Max. Yes. Alright, ACP is assist. Bro, that was so random. AD? Oh, I didn't even have death penalty on. I was going to roll AD to try to strip some of the armor. I don't even know if it's right or wrong, boys. I don't even know if it's right or wrong. Power PB this tourney. Bro, what was that, boys? We just roll that? Bro, that was random, boys. That was so random. One last one for the road. We'll do it for Wiener. We'll do it for Wiener. I'm going to go to bed and my wife's going to go, who the fuck is Wiener? And why is people putting W in the chat for Wiener? And anybody who joins in the stream late that missed the whole Wiener story are going to be like, who's Wiener? Who the fuck is Wiener? Do I stay at this range? What do you reckon? Or go back to that other range? I feel like the other range, what was that, 85? Is that 85? Bigger shockwave. Fucking go like that. Let's just roll with that, boys. Let's see where this gets us. Land 1 radius. Oh, that should free up itself, eh? What's that? A cheeky legendary DC incoming. Yeah, bro. Yup. I won copy of getting it to Mythic. If I can get it to Mythic, I would swap Mythic DC and run Ancestral for farming. But then I'll need 6,000 stones to do the substat efficiency. That's why I said a couple months before the end of the year, I'll start the conversion for going over to DC farm. But it's going to take me a couple months to save up. Because I low-key want to be at DC farming before the end of the year. Don't know what I'll run as assists. I don't really care, to be honest. But that'll be the conversion I'm working. So until we get to that point, like let's say it's October. Or just before October. I'm using whatever time I have until then to probably build up CC. And then we start going into substat efficiency. And then that should be super impactful for farms. And then we'll also see what versions the game brings out by then. But that's kind of like the goal. So that I start 2027. Holy moly. So I start 2027. I go into 2027 DC farming. How big of a coin boost was 4 beams? For me, I think it was somewhere between 20 and 30%. I want to say off the top of my head. It was a pretty nice boost. Like, if you're running damage in that, I kind of reckon you need, like, 4 beams and Spotlight Plus to deal with Tank Ultimate. They're just so much tankiness. And they're absolute pain in the ass because, like... Yeah, they're just... Because, like, when you're dealing with bosses, because they behave like bosses, when you're dealing with bosses... You're using, like, Energy Net Mastery and shit like that to just drill them down. Whereas with the tanks, you don't have... And you've got the perks that directly affect the boss's health and all that. Whereas with, like... When you don't... Like, when you don't have any perks or you don't have any masteries that directly affect the boss, but the tanks still have that tankiness, they're such a pain to deal with. They just keep smothering your tower. Like, they go into the ultimate form and you're doing good at the start, and then once you get a certain amount in, they just smother the tower and crush it. And then you're in a mode where you're just like constantly trying to death defy off them to extend the run. Primordial Collapse in DC? Sounds good. It sounds good. I need 4 copies for Ancestral DC. Fuck, I need heaps. Right, let's see what RNG this brings us. By the way, I wasn't quite sure what jewels you were on at the end, but I searched that, and apparently content creators can trade the jewels that they get from their viewers for real life money or something like that. Buzzy, so how do you... Because I've never gone into anyone live stream and seen that I can do something with a jewel. Like, where there's a button or something. I'm not gonna lie in saying that, I haven't really, like, tried to. But... I can't see it in my YouTube studio. I can't see what I'm supposed to be searching for. Maybe someone who gifted the jewels or the images or whatever can tell me what it means. I'm definitely going to look it up after. Oh yeah, Nova Sky, you were one of the people that gifted one of those things or did one of those things. Content creators can trade the jewels that they get from their viewers. Grant Freeman says, mate, my missus is sat here jealous as at her face so hard to get in Oz. Oh, yeah, bro. Things. Bro, I know the company that formed that made it hard to do it in Aussie, bro. I know that cunt specifically because he tried doing the same thing in New Zealand. He's a fucking dog, bro. He's a dog. Straight up. Because they tried doing it with our government too. And then what he did is he built all the facilities. He built all the facilities at like such a high standard, and then lobbied the government to say that you can only manufacture the liquid that goes in it if it comes out at like a facility like this and this and that. And they were like fully on board. They were like, wow, yeah, you're right. So it's like the buy-in to manufacture. So like the whole goal is this. Like these things mean nothing. These are just the vehicle. It's like the fuel is like not only where the money's at, it's where like their revenue stream and the liquid cash comes from. So prior to that, people used to use kitchens. And it sounds stupid because you're thinking, oh, you vaporize it, whatever. It's all food grade, bro. Like, bro, people could go super deep into it. But you don't need, it doesn't need to be manufactured in these high fucking sterile environments and all this other shit. And he was like full on lobbying the government for that. They formed this whole committee, the government paid them. He was like, and they were all, and he was basically the only company that had that much investment. Like, it's like somewhere where they're supposed to build viruses. Like, you know, that's how ridiculous it was. And the government was fully on board. And then there was a change of governments. And then the next government that came in was like, nah, fuck that. It doesn't need to be that hard out. And then they changed their stance. So what he did is he took the same mentality and he took it over to Aussie. And then that's why there's that problem with having to get it through prescriptions and all sorts of shit. They tried doing the same thing here. So like the goal was to shut down all the suppliers and the manufacturers, and being the only person that can manufacture it, and then move it over to medical. So you had to get a prescription, and then his company fulfills those prescriptions and is the only company. He's a fucking dog. I know that cunt. And I know the other cunt over in Aussie that played the game too. Played the game, and he used the other dude. Like, we know, like, if you've been vaping for a while, you'll know, like, the company Vaporize and that, like the Vaping Bogan, Vaporize and all that. Like, we know all those guys. We know the guy that owns the company. We know, like, all of those motherfuckers. We know all the people that manufactured all those liquids that were over in Aussie and New Zealand and everything. And then this fucking dog cunt. So, like, what happened was, like, when they banned, like, bringing over, like, nicotine and shit to Aussie, all of the manufacturers in New Zealand sent all of the nicotine that was, like, in the country that we had all been stockpiling, sent it all over to Aussie in the hopes that it was enough nicotine that people can make their own juice, because, like, making your own e-liquids is like a big thing. To make their own liquid and buy themselves enough time to quit vaping as well. Because if they don't, they'll just get to a stage where they'd have to go prescription or go cold turkey. So, like, bro, drumloads and drumloads of nicotine was getting flown from New Zealand to Aussie. Like, as much as we have our sibling rivalry between, like, our countries, there's always that thing there. You know, gotta look out for either or across the ditch. Like, it's one of those ones, like, between Aussie and New Zealand where we always poke fun at each other and we always diss each other. But 1,000%, if China either came into the South Pacific and has started moving on to Aussie, 1,000%, all the Kiwis would be putting boots on and going over to fight. 1,000%. Let's see if we randomly get, like, a kick-ass gain here as well. That was so random how we pulled that last one off. Up the PB, boys. Hopefully OA puts in a bit of work for us. Mainly seems the bosses, are a problem. Oh, the overcharge is going to take all our shields. Got to try Galaxy Compressor Primary and Project Funding Assist as well. I can't believe this worked. Where's this been all my life? Where has this been all my life? The point of getting 4 beams, so I could go Spotlight Plus. The coin boost is just a bonus. I was not expecting you to say 10%, not 20 to 30. I'm positive it was, well, I mean, like, look, I'm not going to put my left testicle on it. But I'll put Ryan's testicle on it and say it was around 20 to 30%. In the next month's chat box as a little gift. Next to the chat box. What is the chat box? What is this chat box stuff, Nova? Is that in the studio? Chat box. JR, what's good? We randomly got a PB. I was actually going to call it for the night, and then I just did one for doing one's sake. Look, it's that same waves. It's the same waves where it strips our wings. Yeah, we randomly just switched up some modules and then got a PB. So I actually decided to pull in an extra run as a just in case. See if we're onto something there. Definitely caught me off guard. I'm going to have to remember this one. But I mean, it is Protector Ultimate and nothing else. Like, it's not like it's Protector's Ultimate and Fast Ultimate. Like, that'll be like an ugly combination. Or Range Ultimate would probably be operating differently. How your run's going today? Yeah, just that PB. Pretty stoked with that. Graham says we'll be there together for sure. A lot of good rugby players come over here and are housed as well. Oh, 1000%, bro. I remember I was at a party and the boys were talking about all that shit. Russia, China. And like, we were all on the same buzz. Like, bro, the minute any of those motherfuckers start creeping down to the South Pacific, bro, you gotta go, bro. You gotta go, boys. Boots, you gotta put boots on. You gotta put the boots on. Like, not gonna have, like, no fucking... Whoa, no! What was that? Damn, that kicked me out of intro. Let's see what the electrons are doing. Oh, they're doing alright. 20%. Shit, they're doing all goods. So if we could keep our landmines up. If we could keep the landmines up. Then it might be able to stall the bosses for a bit. Nova says you're going to hit me on DM to show in Discord. Yeah, I'll appreciate that, bro. Looks like you have a big gap in your black hole. It might be the problem causing protectors to get in. This part over here, we're pretty good up to here. So it's still quite a bit of a distance. It may actually be a little problem if it pulls a range. I think it's just the bosses are the problem. So it's fucking pesky bosses. Too tanky for me. Oh no, look at that ray. Alright, here comes the boss. These things are the problem. Not quite the same as the other run, but I think there's a bit of RNG to play, you know, to go with that too. Death-defy. I just googled the rival tweet between NZ and Australia. You're like crazy. Yeah, bro. It's always a thing. Like Kiwis go over to there, bro, and like you're always the butt of the joke, just the same as Aussies come over to here, and like become the butt of the joke. But it's one of those things where it's like you just always like, forever gonna be the butt of each other's jokes. Shit gets serious, bro. I remember as a kid going to a Bledisloe game, Aussie versus New Zealand, and we won. And like, bro, these Aussie dudes were like, first they were asking me. I had this big ass flag. I was waving it around. It's only a little kid. And these Aussie dudes were like first asking me to lower the flag. Like, how much money you want to lower that flag, bro? And then they started getting like antsy. They were like, put that fucking flag down. It's like, bro, I was only a little kid, bro. I was like 9. I was like, god damn. This guy's gonna smash a 9-year-old, eh? Junior says, looking good. Thank you, big guy. I'm even happy with this because this was better than all my other runs as well. I raced some milestones today and made it past Test 1760. Unlocked Disco Labs. Let's go. Wondering if I should lab them. Depending on your economy, it's definitely a consideration. But depending on your economy, I'll probably say like where you're at. You'll probably find to hold off. Probably find to hold off for a bit. They're pretty expensive. The ROI is like. It's okay. It's okay. I'm not going to underplay it and be like, oh, it's terrible. But it's definitely better in the higher levels, for sure, like most things. But in the higher levels, it's like super pricey, eh? Oh, that's all good, boys. That's all good. We'll take the PB. Almost like I can't believe we didn't get that 1500. I'm so sad about that. I'm so sad about that, boys. I'll do my Guardian first, so I know that I remember to have it in. Lock this shit. And hopefully, because we've got a low... Oh, we got to use the YouTube terminology. A low unaliving of Sheep Day tomorrow. Hopefully the boss lets us sneak off early. He's pretty good like that. He's pretty good like that. He appreciates an early day and a long weekend when it's a Friday too, boys. Shrink Ray. Right. Lab. Target priority. I always put fast in there because I always get chipped. I don't have enough CF. Chipping is always a pain in the ass. PJ says, bugger. I have Ron in my bracket, top 5 player. He just hit 3,500 ways. Whoa, that is a fucking beast. You have boss as top priority? Did I? Oh, I did. I did in that run. The bosses were the biggest problem. They're a fucking pain in the ass. As top for the bonus from Energy Net Mastery? I think I had it just under Fleet too. I can't get a single Death Defy to proc run 5 attempts. I got 2 then, but the first ones I wasn't getting nothing. McChicken says chur. He knows the language. He knows that it can mean chur can mean like 19 different things. Who cares? Who even invented Pavlova? Oh bro, Pavlova, pineapple lumps, Marmite. Bro, we rumble over we rumble over everything. we go back and forth over everything. Russell Crowe, Anna Paquin. Who else is the other ones? Something feels off. What's off? Oh no, it's all... I don't know, something just feels off. But I can't put my... I can't picture what it is. And it's like boggling my mind. Can afford the first level, but not sure about the rest. Yeah, I mean, like, you can, but the coins are probably better off put into, like, other enhancements or other labs that you might have. Gotta find a few stones to go with today's tourney as well. Should bring down Deathwave and GT Cooldown another time. Let's go, JR. Let's go. XL Data says, got another 300 waves with CF Plus. 50 waves off promotion. Promotion to Legends. Holy shit. XL Daily's already at the stage of about to hit Legends, boys. I started using Harmony Conductor for Death Defy down. It definitely raises your opportunities. That's my next thing after I do these upgrades into CF. I'm going for Poison Swamp. Go for Poison Swamp. Jen says cards. Shit, that might be it, eh? Oh no, I did change the cards. Lucky. I don't know, something just feels strange. Maybe it's just my eyes. Maybe I'm overtired, boys. Maybe I'm overtired. Mr. T1000, normal battle instead of tournament? Just finished our tourneys. Cracked the PB. Almost 1500 waves. Damn. So close, boys. So close. So close. Look, actually AFK. Dechromed Mystic. Bro. No way he dechromed them by 5 waves. Oh shit. Does that mean you're gonna run again? Oh, he's at work, eh? He's at work. Fuck, I wonder if that means he's gonna run them again to try to secure the deal. Whoa, look at Taylor. Holy shit, Taylux. Look at that. Almost 2,000 waves. God damn. Landmine, Stun Mastery, and Harmony Conductor. Sometimes overcharge and raise will miss 3 or 4 shots in a row. Let me look at that, Mr. Taylor. 25% mischance? That's pretty big. That's pretty big because you got like that, plus you got Death Defy. Like, that's a good... That, Death Defy, what else did you say? Harmony Conductor. That's like a good chance to get like misses or Death Defies, or, you know, that's a good bit of... There's a fair bit of rolling of the dice there. And it like just all stacks up, eh? It's all the shit that you want. They take thorn damage even when missing. I'm telling you, it's the maxed out Antbot. Damn, that must be so nice to have maxed out Antbot. Oh, AFK says he heard his name. AFK. I'm just looking at the bracket, and you're 4 waves ahead of this dude. Are you gonna run again to, You know the old saying, I can't let you get close. Are you going to run again so you can't let them get close? Widen the gap between yous. What's his max? Whoa, tier 23, 46 waves. Alright, let's have a look at the bracket. 500 to stay in. So that's a little bit on the heavy side, boys, compared to some that we've seen. 970 for keys. 970 for keys, boys. You'll have it soon. I can't wait for you to mess with the presets. Same, dude. Bro. Like, my favorite thing I'm looking forward to is workshop presets. Straight up, workshop presets. I can't wait. I'm so excited for workshop presets. I'm so excited, like, for before each tourney to click onto a tournament tab, see the coins that are farmed for the few days, and then just invest them in something and then start a tourney. I can't wait for that level of the game. Wiseco, what's good? What's good, my man? What's good? We just wrapped it up. We're happy with the PB. Gonna take the PB and we're gonna have a nap. And you missed the wild story about Wiener. We're gonna have a nap and we're gonna dream about Wiener. Or burn the memory of Wiener out of our head. Oh, crack up. Gents, bro, honestly, this has been fun. This has been fun. Super appreciate all you fellas for showing up. I know it's a crazy time in your fellas' country, but super appreciate you guys turning up. We picked ourselves up. It's a bit of an early birthday present. We picked ourselves up. Hey, can't even see it. How do I see it? CF5, boys. So we went from 4 to 5. The target's 7. 7. Oh yeah. The target's to hit 7, and then after that, get some poison swamp. So we spin everything into the poison swamp. Is it kind of something that's super important going the poison swamp route, since it's not going to be a damage dealer? The hope is by the time we get to some stage, yes, but what we will use it for is for farms. We'll just get the added benefit of slows, but we will get the chance to run Harmony Conductor for the chance to miss. And we will get also the stuns. Now that overcharge aren't really too much of a problem. They're a bit annoying how they can strip energy shields. But the focus is now all the other mobs, because the first time since a long time since we were a little girl, it's the other mobs that are a problem. Look at tonight as a classic example. Bosses being a problem. Never been a problem before. So now I have to adjust accordingly to after the patch and start picking up all the stuff to solve those sorts of problems. And CC is the goal at the moment. CC will help in farms. Yep, of course. Maybe not wildly impactful for farms. But where the main focus is going to be how it affects our tourneys and stuff like that. Get our foundation built up. That's kind of the name of the goal. It's the name of the game and the name of the goal. XL Data says another epic stream. But I can't wait to see your new toy tomorrow when I come to work. I'm definitely going to come in and come over to our meeting early. And come catch up with me. Freeze Dry Maniac, what's good? Daniel Tawny, I have got a PB. Almost 1500 waves. So gutted that I didn't get that round number, but it's all good. So let's take a PB's a PB, boys. I think it's a PB by 10 or 20 waves. We'll take that. We'll absolutely take that. Trouble says, be me. AFK says, he's going to run again. Yeah, bro. Run again, bro. Get that distance. Get that distance. That's wild. I can't even like picture the day like when I finally get to run a tourney where I actually complete intro sprint. That's actually wild to think about. Yo, Clouder, did you hear about people abusing a player dat file to cheat or cheat Ginge app or whatever it is that the devs don't ban them because the only way to find them is to manually report? Nah, I didn't hear anything about that. I did attempt to do like that thing, that player dat thing for the stats and all that sort of shit. Not gonna lie, it was a bit above my pay grade and I just gave up. I just fucking gave up. I was like, oh fuck, this is way too fucking annoying for me to sort out. I tried downloading something where it could pull files or something so that you input the data into the, and I just gave up. I was like, oh, this is too hard for me. AFK says, joined with the wrong setup. Look at that, bro. 2,000 waves with his farming setup. Taylor says, a few damage upgrades, access to dump everything into Ampbot. Got me from 950 to 1,800 waves in tier 21. Holy crap. Drymaniac says, crazy stuff. They changed the data in the player file and they bump up this. No way, bro. No way. No way. No way that's real. Bro, if that's real, bro, that's so cringe. That's so cringe, bro. Fuck. I hope that's not the case. And if it is the case, I hope those people all get fucking 5-year tourney bans. Straight up. Like, there must be a way that they can see a large injections of stones. There must be a way. Fuck, that'll be so sad, bro, if people are doing that. I hope not. I hope not. We shall meet at the balcony at 9:10. I'll see you there, big guy. You could do that apparently, in the devs don't notice that unless you manually report them, bro. That's wild. That's wild. Now I feel bad about attempting to go into that thing. I mean, I don't even know if it's related to that, but it's one of those things where you pull something. I was trying to make sense of it, but it's like an app. It's an app so that you can pull data, and then it can be like an effective paths sort of thing or some shit. Something. It was all over Reddit and that. And fuck, I got lost in trying to organize it, and I was like, fuck, I can't be fucked doing this. Not in a week like I've been having. The last month's been fucking wild for me at work and that. Just too flat out. Too flat out. I need to find more hiding time with XL Daily so we can stare at our towers. A hack from a good old days, PJ says. They have thresholds for that and the gems and a system that flags you. XL Daily says dogs, ban them for life. Ban them for life. But yeah, gents, boys, I need to brush my teeth. I need to because apparently, so at this time, I'm like always in my jammies. Like, bro, as soon as I get home, boys, I'm in my jammies, boys. I'm in my jammies. I'm at jammies age. But as soon as we got the webcam, my kids told me, like, Dad, you're not going to stream in your jammies, are you? I was like, yeah. And they were like, you can't stream in your jammies. And I was like, yes, I fucking can. I said, yeah, but everyone will see you in your jammies, so fuck them. I'm allowed. And they're like, yeah, that's got to be on the internet forever. Yeah, a dad streaming in his jammies. And I was like, oh. So I get to take my t-shirt off. I get to jump back into my jammies, boys. Brush my teeth, go jammies. Try to sneak away, slither off early for an early day tomorrow, boys, as we unalive sheep. And then we start a long weekend right in time for our birthday. My wife's going to spoil me. She's already asking me, what do you want to eat? What do you want for breakfast? What do you want to do? Let's go, boys. Let's go. It's just spot. And the next time I see you fellas, I'm going to be 1 year older. Like a fucking old cat. Autofo Labs, Ryan, Reset, and the 3 can give you all the relics. PJ says, happy birthday. Enjoy the long weekend. Absolutely looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to spending it with my wife. Because, you know, one of those cunts, I fucked up. I loved my family. Should have been like all of your fellas' parents, eh? Should have fucked up and loved our kids. Oh, boys, we should have followed what our parents did. Thanks, JR. Back to you, big guy. Back to you. Boys, it's been absolute pleasure. So, if you like what you see, you know the drill, fam. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification button so you can see when the next video is coming out. And as always, keep it cloudy, fam.